Emmanuel da Silva is a specialist in microeconomics. He's kick-started a biodiesel business near Hyderabad in northern India and gets money for the villagers through this voluntary carbon offset market. It's a business driven by concern for the environment, and in this case, 40% of the buyers are middle-class Indians who are joining wealthy Westerners in making voluntary contributions to make up for their carbon emissions.
We have people from all over the world. We have contributors from the United States, from the United Kingdom, from Australia, but most importantly, a lot of the contributors are Indians. It's true that the emissions from an average Indian is about 1 ton compared to, say, 20 tons from an average American. But nevertheless, there are some very rich Indians who are driving cars, taking flights. And these are concerned people, concerned about the environment. And they say, why can't we contribute too towards the cleaning up of our own country?
The village of Rawalpindi produces biodiesel from oil from the pangamia tree.
And you can use this oil for multiple purposes, from producing electricity in the village, to pumping groundwater, to even running some farm equipment.
Emmanuel da Silva calculated that the carbon emissions from our cruise flight to India was about 3.5 tons.
This $30, for example, will offset 3.5 tons of carbon dioxide in emission reduction. This money can also help to plant or protect some 125 trees, which will also offset the 3.5 tons of emissions.
However, critics say this kind of feel-good calculation is meaningless.
As an exercise, it's so incredibly speculative and hypothetical that it's kind of impossible to say what would have happened, and so you can't kind of accurately quantify what the quantity of carbon credits you're generating, so you don't know how much you have to sell, which kind of is really undermining the credibility of the market.
But the benefits for villagers don't stop with emissions reductions, because the surplus oil and oil cake used as fertilizer also generate income.
At the same time, this $30 will add $580 in value to the people planting the trees from the income they get in oil and oil cake. So this is a tremendous benefit. On the one hand, it is reducing emissions. On the other hand, it is adding value to the lives of local people.
Unsurprisingly, the villagers' main concern is not the global benefits. For them, the money from offsets is an incentive to keep tending the trees in the 7 years before they bear the fruit that gives them the oil to run their generators.
We learned that by planting these trees you can get oil to produce electricity. In the future our children can read because of the electricity.
The people say, let's go to the forest and collect pangamia seeds, bring them back to the village, and then we can get electricity. The people associate the trees with biodiesel.
After the break, we see how an entrepreneur is hoping to refine the fuel for use in buses around Hyderabad, and in the process earn carbon credits through the CDM.